And here is Tim Legler to break it all down for us again this morning. And, Legs, the Laker role players made a big impact last night, especially late in the game. I know you have some tape that breaks down a couple of those plays.
Yeah, I did, and it shows you that the Miami Heat there were so many different details in this game that they're just coming up a little bit short, and one of those was the way they closed the game defensively. Very difficult to get to the rim and get off an uncontested shot in a tight playoff game, particularly in the finals. But that's exactly what the Lakers were able to do. And it was set up really by what LeBron and AD had done to them offensively earlier and the reluctance of the help defenders to come because of what they were worried about LeBron James and Anthony Davis doing to them. When you get the opportunity to move the basketball and then get a straight line dribble drive this late in the game, Greeny, it's a blessing. And Miami does a lot of things good at the start of this possession. Jimmy Butler forces LeBron to pick it up. You're deep into the shot clock. When Duncan Robinson closes out, you're going to attack that top leg, and that's exactly what KCP does. Bam Adebayo was reluctant to go because he thinks Anthony Davis could be coming right behind him. The Lakers love to throw that lob to AD when the shot blocker goes to get it. So instead, Adebayo freezes, doesn't get there. You get an easy layup in a very tight game. Again here, Rondo goes away from the screen, and you're hoping to get help right there, but Adebayo doesn't think Rondo's going to make a shot. He thinks he's going to go in there to make a play for somebody else, so he gets frozen on the ground, and Rondo gets an uncontested layup late in the game. Very difficult to win when you have to get stops late and you're not forcing the Lakers to at least take contested jump shots. So that's just one area in which Miami just came up a little bit short, and it shows you maybe, Greeny, they're not quite ready for this moment, particularly when Goran Dragic isn't there, one of your key playmakers and shot makers. The Miami Heat did not play a clean enough game in a lot of different areas, and that was one right there where they just were not able to get the type of defensive resistance you need to make that late run.
A couple of different ways to look at this, though. They didn't look overmatched last night. You did a great tape for us a little bit earlier where you showed there were just a few little moments. The Heat let a couple of shots get away, a couple of possessions get away, and maybe it turns around. Now they get a little extra rest as they will not play again until Friday night. What chance do you give them of at least forcing a Game 6 in this series?
Well, I have so much respect for their coaching and for the toughness of this team and how connected they are. I'm certainly not going to think that this is a done deal now that they're down 3-1. This team is going to be very difficult to put away. And you talked about the things they need to clean up. You're absolutely right. I did a tape earlier where I showed you the different wide open looks they missed that just have to go in. And on the other end, the Lakers converting that into threes. Those are 6-point swings that take place over the course of a game, difficult to overcome. They couldn't keep Rajon Rondo from getting some long rebounds in that fourth quarter that extended possessions that led to free throws. They committed some fouls they'd like to have back. One in particular, Kelly Olynyk fouling Morris late on a three-pointer. You just cannot make those types of plays. So there are things they're going to see in the tape that are going to make them feel like they are right there in terms of getting just one win. And that's what it's going to take to shift a lot of the pressure back to the Lakers. So I'm certainly not going to write off the Miami Heat's chances on Friday night. They've played too well in this series, but they've got to tighten up some of those details. And then most importantly, for once, they've got to outscore the Lakers from the three-point line. You can't expect that going into the series if you're Eric Spoelstra, yet that's what happened again last night, and that has to turn around. Adebayo should be better in his second game back from the injury, but more than anything, it's the details to tighten up, and they're so close into making this an extended series. I give them a great chance on Friday night because they're going to play very desperate.
All right, Legs, outstanding. Thank you. Great to see you. Jalen will be along a little later in this hour with more from the NBA Finals. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.